We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson.
Test. I'm sorry, that was the strangest thing in the world. And it caused me probably lose a couple of people. They like started dropping off there. So I have never seen that happen before. It switched camera sources on me. But hey, we're in a new month here. Man, you know what? It's the 11th. I actually can add some stuff to it because we may start getting a little bit deeper. So as you know, we go through, look at the market, what's going on. I'm going to look at the market stats from last month, and we'll try to interpret them here. If you have any questions at any time, please reach out. And for those of you on the replay, still ask your questions because I'm here to answer them. Of course, I've got my Bloody Mary. I'm back to that. Tonight is V8 Bloody Mary mix along with V8 juice. I don't drink. So let me go ahead and share this screen, and we're going to see, according to the experts, where the market is right now. So let me make this just a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. So let's go ahead and scroll down. I want to thank the one person, if he's still here, Credit Soldier on Instagram. So as we take a look here, and here's the big number to look at. For single family homes, the price, $475,000. That's where we stand right now, end of June. And we go back a month ago, we're at 473. So we're up 2,000 whole dollars. I wouldn't discount that. It's still going up, but we'll talk about a little bit later. Interest rates are actually starting to get a little bit better. I actually saw something right before I started this that kind of made me go, wow. I got a couple of little things. And if we go back a year ago, let's make this a little bit bigger. It was $449.90. So we are up. So 40, 50, 60, 70, $34,000. So that is what, like, oh, it'll actually tell me here. I don't have to guess. 7.7% from a year ago, which is beyond normal. So we are slowly catching up. If we go back to 2 years ago, look what the high price was. This was the absolute high of the market for single family homes, 482, and we are $7,000 short of the all-time high. And I've said this too many times already. I don't know if I even want to repeat it. Somebody who bought at the high of the market is paying a heck of a lot less than somebody who's got to buy now. So this is the reason I have these little issues with folks who are like these doom bros talking about how the market is going to fall, the sky is falling and everything. Reason I have those issues has to do with the fact that they have cost a lot of people a lot of money. I even had a comment on a YouTube short the other day. Still the one from Orlando Minor. It was like, well, this is why the housing market, especially in your market, is going to crash next week. Well, yeah. As you can see, we are at 2 months of inventory. A normal inventory, believe it or not, is 5 to 6 months. So we're at 2. It's just math, unfortunately, because I would actually like to see it at 5 or 6 months, because then nobody has any kind of advantage or anything like that. Houses are going to be in a very efficient market, and I don't know what's going to happen after next month, because we are now, let's just call it 5 weeks from an entirely new system that we have to deal with nationwide. And if I have time, I'll go over it, because some things I said, like even in that Orlando Minor reaction video, are coming to pass. You'll see that the new forms has where you can take a retainer fee, which was not there before. Okay, so let's go to condos and townhomes. So right now we're at 295. That actually recovered. So I don't know how they just brought it out at the end of the year and got that recovery, but boom, we have recovered on the condos and townhomes. So look at here, 295. Go to last month, 295. Okay, the same, fine. Let's go to a year ago, 275. We're up 20,000. But think about the difference in price between a condo townhome and a single family home. Just look over a year, it's 1.3%. And if you go back to the top of the market, it was 285. We're at 295. So we have hit new records, or at least sustained new records when it comes to condos and townhomes. So right now we have a little bit more inventory. It's growing. It's actually pretty good. If you look, let's say right here, a year ago, it was 1.4 months. Compared in 1.6 months for single family homes. Go back at the height of the market, which is when everything was crazy. Everybody's paying $30,000 and $50,000 over 1.2 months and 0.9 months. And actually, at one point, got worse than that. So, at the very least, it feels like a decent market, because my entire time in real estate, I've never even seen. Well, actually, I didn't track the first few years, but from the time I started tracking, it was getting bad. eh, It's been much worse than this. So let's just go ahead, look at the stats. So for single family, 2,093 sold, condos 607. We've already talked about the prices. And let's get to the average. So 604, 355 compared to 317, 234. As you can see, as always, people want to start off overpricing, but they actually are not overpricing over on here. So we'll have to see if condos and townhomes are going to do well. Uh, and here's the thing. I saw this today at our staff meeting. I think it was like 71 point. I wish I had gotten those stats. 70, I think 71.3% of all homes that sold over the last month sold in the first 30 days. So the people who price their houses correctly, they sell faster, and they actually sell. Overpricing or wishful pricing doesn't do you much good. As a matter of fact, you need to adjust quickly and just do it, because once you start going into that price, going over 30, you start getting into the investment category, and it's just 30 days. Matter of fact, I know something is wrong because I have a listing. It's not moving. I may talk about it for a second here. We actually did not overprice it. It is priced right. I did not give them any kind of bad things, but in that area, stuff stopped moving. I talked to the other agents in the area. It's like, stop moving. Nobody's coming to see my house in that area. It's over by, I'm going to say it. It's over by Sam Boyd Stadium. And in this one, I think what happened is the individual kind of doomed themselves. It wasn't for price, it was for another reason. They were under a lot of stress, so they started chain smoking a couple of months back, and all the feedback, the smoke. So we take care of that, and we did Febreze and everything, and that didn't do anything. So what I did last over the night and until this morning is I took out an ozone generator. I found out, and we're gonna find out. It is supposed to be the best thing for smells. So if you're trying to get rid of smells in a house or something, you're trying to sell your house and you're getting feedback about some kind of smell, pet smells or something, or maybe you had a little minor fire, because I once had a minor fire. I mean, it didn't get too far, but it still stunk up a room. And it was from a laser, of course. I was actually trying to make a car, the little doormats, welcome mats. And there was a head crash and it just stuck there for a few seconds and it started a fire. Fortunately, I was standing right there and was able to put it out. And I never told this story here. You know how you have a little fire extinguisher ready? Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up for the fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher didn't work. Dang it, them fire extinguishers. It was just like popping out like this. So I just held it upside down and just doused it on there, but it left a terrible smell. But anyway, ozone generator, if you're having some kind of issues with smell in your home, especially if you're trying to sell it, just go buy one or two. I bought two. Each one could have done the entire house, but I didn't want to take any chances. I put one upstairs, one downstairs, and I just let them rip from almost like 18 hours and then aired the house out this morning. So fingers crossed, no more complaints. But anyway, where I was getting at is now we're starting to have, starting today, we started to get, because I think today was the 30th day. Remember, it's only 30 days. Started getting all the investor offers. So the house is worth, without pinpointing, well over 400,000. The first investor offer this morning was for 290. Then we got a second one for 340. Again, well under what the house is worth. And that's what happens when they go on. And my advice to buyers is beat the investors at their own game. Look for the houses that in this day and age have gone over 30 days, 6 weeks especially. They get desperate at that point, especially in this market when they saw all this other stuff move. So that's just my tip for you. And I've had that tip many times. So be prepared to get your unfair share. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Shows it right there. 71.6 days for single family homes, which from what I understand from this morning is a new record for the highest amount sold in a 30-day period. Interestingly enough, condos and townhomes are only at 61.5%. So if you just look at the trends of what's been closing since 2017, it's just this cyclical little thing here. You look at the height of the market when everything was going nuts. Look at there. What's that, about 3,700 units? So we're down to a little over 2,000. But of course, people aren't willing to pay you 50,000 over anymore. It's actually been increasing pretty nicely here for the condos and townhomes. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some stats of what happened last month. So let's see if I can go ahead and take this off, go to the solds for the month of June. Oops, sorry. The month of June, yes. And we're going to keep it to Southern Nevada because that's what they use. Now we can actually check to see how close it is. 2094 compared to 2093. I mysteriously gained 1 unit. Probably somebody put it in late. So let's see here what our stats show. Actually, those aren't the stats I was looking for. Like, not the droids I was looking for. I'm sorry. Hold up. What I wanted to do was look at these 2,094 homes and let's just pull out those things. So, everybody's always talking about they want a pool. How many had a pool? So out of the 2,094, 505 had pools, so about 25%. And let's stick there for a second. Let's look at the stats on that. So for a house with a pool, the median price, $650,000. So no more like going, oh, I need a pool with my home. I just have to have it for the summers, which you'll learn pretty quickly after you get a pool. Yeah, you can't get in a pool in the summer in this place. You got to wait until the sun goes halfway down. You'll find out. You will find out if you ever get a house with a pool. You're not going to be out there, okay? Especially now, it's 120 degrees. Come on. $650,000. So let's do something real quick here. Let's just go look at that median price. So I'm going to see. Hopefully I got some. So 645 to 655. Hey, that's going to be good. Let's find one. It's hopefully about 650. There we go. We got a perfect exemplar. Actually, I need to put them in order. We got four exemplars. We're just going to use one here. 650, 3,100 square feet. What does she look like? And it's got solar. I hope that's on solar. Got to do a different video about solar. Man, it is not what you think. Okay. Nice house. Remember, 650,000 compared to 470, which is the median right now. Do that. Okay, let's take that out so I'm not making mistakes. Let's take this out. And let's see how many one-story homes, because so many people want one-story homes. So about half the homes are one-story homes. That's a good thing. Or is it? A lot more people want one-story homes than they want two-story. Let's go ahead and just look at the stats on it. This is also a preview of me doing my monthly video. I have not done my monthly video like I should have. And interestingly enough, a single-story home, the median price is lower than the overall median. Huh. I wonder if they're like small or something. So the median size was 1,740 square feet. They're on the market for 14 days. Okay. If there's any stats somebody wants me to look at or some places you want me to look at, just please let me know. Let's see here. So let's get out of that. Everybody wants to know how many repos are happening, right? Because they want to get a short sale or a repo. So 16 repos happened last month or sold last month. Short sales, there were 8. So anybody hoping to get a repo or a short sale, very low, 16 and 8 combined, 24 out of 2,094 homes sold. But that's for single family. Age restricted, only 136 sold. Let's see. Still looking. How many have septic systems? 74. There are people who actually want those, believe it or not. Community well or private well, 52. A lot of times these are the same, not always. Financing. Oh, let's consider. Let's see what financing actually happened. And I have not taken a single drink. Hold on, gotta go find the financing. Sold terms. So, out of the 2,094, 512 were cash. It is actually down, believe it or not. For the longest time, we were running about 30%. So let's see, 512 divided by 4. That is actually down from last month. So those California buyers and some of those investors are drying up. We'll see long term what that does to our market. F8 conventional, which is the majority of loans, that was 1,008, so almost 50% of the loans. FHA 377, and of course, you know what I like, VA 159. Okay. Still no questions. So let's go ahead and look at the same things for condos and townhomes. We'll make sure I reset everything. So yeah. Okay. So let's just look at our condos. So 355 sold, and we will combine them. 607. Let's see how good the numbers are. 605. I found two. Okay. Well, we'll just break it down. Just look at condos for a second here. $256, 260 is the list, so they're selling a little bit under, but really look at it, it's about 98% of list price. So we don't have people paying over, which is still a good thing. You got to pay the interest rates, which are horrendous. And just break that down to the condos. I'm sorry, the townhomes. 252 sold. And our numbers on them. 356 compared to 359.9. So they are selling under list price. Let's go ahead and get to anything else to ask for these guys, except I'm going to go back to single family, and I'm going to break this down by city. So Las Vegas, of those 2,094, 1,334 were Las Vegas. And come on, median price was 485. 485 straight up. 13 days median time on market, average of 25. Maximum that sold was a $10.8 million house that sold for $8.8 million. It took 327 days to sell. Okay. Let's look at North Las Vegas. Okay, 240 sold in North Las Vegas. And our numbers for North Las Vegas tell us 425 for single family. 425, well under the 475. And we already know it's going to be a high number. Let's see what we got in Henderson. Whoops. $402. Drum roll, please. What is the median price in Henderson? $536,000. That's what they sold for. Okay, so going from that, let's get rid of Henderson here. And we're just going to look at how the market's doing so far. It's 11 days. It's going to start shaping up, but we're not going to have any really good numbers that are half decent for about another little less than a week, about 4 or 5 days. Then it really gels up. If this was, a week ago, which was 4th of July, and I didn't have anything on the 4th of July, this would have been something different. But so far, if I take this sucker here, and we just come into July so far. Just take a look. 608 have sold so far. That's a look. Well, we still got to get numbers in. You have 2 days to get it into the MLS. So let's see here. Oh my, let's see what we're going. Oh, snap. Y'all see that? just call it what it is, 485. That, no, it's going to go down. There's just no way. No way that that's going to be sustained. Just no way. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's unsustainable. But if it does, people will lose their minds because we'd have all around records set. Let's go back in here and just do that for condos and townhomes, see where we're at right now. This is kind of a shocker. See, that shows down. So these numbers just really haven't gelled yet. So we got to coalesce on the numbers a little bit so we can just figure out what's going on. But that was a shocker. 485 median price on single family. Okay. Let's see. Anything else here? Let's look at what the interest rates are doing. So right now, let's go into mortgage rates. So holy schmoly, 30-year fixed, 6.85, 15-year, 6.34, 6.29% on FHA and 6.33% on VA. Why is it not the same or better? Veterans serve the country, man. Oh, that's delicious. But these numbers are in the right direction, which makes this a good time. Now, there's going to be a commercial in them. Oh, I didn't share it. I didn't share the sound when I set this up. So, I don't know. Maybe I should unshare. Maybe if I unshare this, remove it, and bring it back. Hold on a second. I want to get the sound in here. Okay. Come on, share. Okay, there we go. See if make this full size here. And listen to this from the National Association of Realtors.
For more on the state of the housing sector, prices, and who can afford to buy right now, let's bring in Lawrence Yun, the National Association of Realtors chief economist. Lawrence, great to have you with us. You think housing prices are stabilizing at this point? Have we seen the worst in terms of the high prices?
Well, I hope it's stabilized because as we know, the home prices really shot up, 40%, 50% from pre-pandemic 2019 levels to now. Certainly income has not grown as much, and now affordability being hit by larger, higher mortgage rates is not good. It's difficult for the buyers to come in. So what I anticipate is that we are seeing more inventory of existing home beginning to rise. This is implying that despite the fact that many homeowners have that lovely 3%, 4% rate, some are saying life-changing circumstances. Baby boomers who are considering downsizing, or people who are in New Jersey considering moving to Florida markets. All this is leading to more inventory. And as we get more inventory, I believe home prices will stop accelerating. I think there will be slight growth, but not the strong growth. And we certainly need more stabilizing home prices.
How are the dynamics in the rental market influencing what's going on in the housing market, Lawrence? In that, are rents still high, and therefore people then look to just swallow the bitter pill of a 6%+ rate, 7% rate, and buy?
The first-time buyers, despite the affordability challenges in the recent months, have come up. So they were below 30% consistently for the past 2 years, but in the recent 2-3 months, it's been a little above 30%. It's a minor gain, but this is saying that first-time buyers are toughening it out. They understand that initially mortgage payment may look a little heavy, but that is fixed. It doesn't change, while the rents would rise and rise over time. So many people who are looking to build wealth over time understand the true long-term value of ownership. So first-time buyers, even in tough market, they're getting in.
When we talk about higher for longer in the context of the Federal Reserve, Lawrence, we're talking about, where the Fed is going to stand. How does that translate in terms of your view of mortgage rates and where the new normal will be?
The long-term average mortgage rate is around 7%. That's where we are today. But certainly compared to the past decade when it was averaging 4 and 5%, it is higher. But I believe that the Federal Reserve needs to cut interest rate. And the reasoning is the following. What we are seeing is that apartment construction activity has really begun to come down because of higher financing costs. With lack of supply, it could accelerate future inflation. So in order to assure that inflation is calm, the housing component, we need more construction, we need more supply. So the high construction financing costs today is restricting some of the developers, and that could actually lead to housing shortage and push up future inflation. So in order to prevent that, I think the Federal Reserve needs to cut interest rate so that more developers get active and we have more apartment supply, and that will contain the inflation.
What is the golden rate in your view? We were talking to the CEO of Compass a couple of weeks back, and he said 5.999. Anything under 6% basically would sort of, increase the velocity of transactions in the market. What is that number in your view?
I think the new normal for mortgage rate will be around 6%. So the Fed clearly has indicated that they will be cutting interest rate even with delays. Certainly whatever they don't do this year, it will get pushed into next year. But the mortgage rate will not go down to 3%, 4%, or even 5%. I think the new normal will be around 6%. We do have large federal budget deficit. That government borrowing, it means less mortgage lending availability. So consumers should anticipate that 6% should be normal. Right now, close to 7%. Again, the first-time buyers recognizing it's better to get in now rather than wait later when a much larger number of potential buyers will be rushing in at 6%.
For more on the state of the housing sector.
Okay, so the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors gave his opinion. I would hope his opinion is not that great. I never believed it'll go down to 3% again or anything like that, but I was hoping for 5. Just a huge difference. A lot of families are going to be affected. The thing is, like Barbara Corcoran, I've talked about this one, it's her belief that once we hit that 6% magical number, that it is going to trigger a wave of buying, which, like, let's look at this one here. This is like the next one. They say now that 40% of people who own homes can't afford their homes if they were buying today. And I can't lie, I'm one of them. My house would be like I figured it out one time. It's like $6,000 a month. No, what was it, 5,000? 5,000 or something a month. I think it's even more than that. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this over here. I don't want to give you too much stuff. Hold up. If I did it at this current value, see, this is the thing about buying at a good time. So current, well, actually, I'm going to use the interest rates I just saw, which are much better than they were. Let's see, it's going to be about tax. So I could put in all my real numbers here. Hold up. My house right now will be $47.78 if I had to go and buy it on the market right now. Who's got that kind of money? I want to know who's got that kind of money. I mean, to theoretically afford the house, you got to make what, $250,000 a year? Jeez Louise, that don't even make sense. And that's the thing. Even back then, when I got it at near the bottom of the market, I didn't buy at the bottom. I bought near the bottom. I was really ticked off when I saw people who bought at the bottom and sold. It is what it is. I was lucky. I can remember not too long after retiring, showing houses to people, single family houses, 2,000 square feet, large lots with a pool in back were like 240,000. You know what those people were saying to me? Housing's too expensive. Interest rates were 3%. 3.25% actually. 3.25% interest rates, $240,000 for a singles family home on a like 7,400 square foot lot with a pool in back. Oh, that's just too much money. It's going to fall 30% next week. I've been hearing that for 10 damn years. Those are the houses that are $500,000 now, $600,000, some of them. How much would it? Hold on. Get up in here. If I wanted to go and find a hypothetical single 4-bedroom, these were 4-bedroom houses, 3-bath, more than 2,000 square feet with a pool. Let's get that single story in. What's the median price? What? $875,000. Let's get it closer to because they got some big homes in there. I want something normal that normal people live in. Hold up. Let's go. Let's do 1,800 to 2,200 square feet. It's only 5 available, but let's see. Well, cheapest one is 500,000. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So for 500,000, you could have something like this. That's actually not too bad. I like that. I can live with that. Put them in order here. Actually, 480. They got something here for 2,168 square feet. What we got? Looks like somebody came in here at some point, flipped it, or I don't know if the current owners did this or not. That's interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dining table. They're running conferences out of here. Because so look at here. That's like an ice machine or something. They must be using this for some kind of home office or home business. Oh, wait a minute. Look at all these beds. It's got this little sign on it. I think this was an Airbnb. Somebody flipped this into an Airbnb, and because of the new Airbnb laws, or the difficulties with Airbnb right now, I don't know. I'm not sure. But 480 got a pool. it's a possibility. Okay. Anybody still don't have any questions here? Got people here, no questions. I think you can ask questions over on Instagram here. I'm not sure. It only tells me when someone joins. It doesn't tell me if they leave, or at least I don't know if it does or not. I'm just trying to see if anybody has any questions, anything they want me to answer. Give it a couple of minutes. I'll just talk nerd stuff. I'm trying to figure out a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Here are the coins I've made so far on my new fiber laser. Let's see. I'm trying to find some of the good ones, because I'm trying to figure out good coins to give out, especially to my veteran clients. Where's that sucker at? Anyway, I made this one for myself here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Beast mode. Got some good depth on it from the laser. What else we got here? Oh, this Air Force one here. Let's see if I can get that. Tell me what you think of that one to give out to my Air Force folks. So you can see the little depth and everything. See how the little Air Force emblem pops out. Okay. I think nobody has any questions. You've seen enough of my nerdiness for today. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Figure out something to get myself for dinner. Only had one thing the entire day, which was at the office, 2 slices of pizza, and they brought pizza out. Did some video yesterday at a new build, doing some tomorrow, and I got some arrangements with Woodside Homes. So I'm going to try to bring you guys more on the new home stuff, because even with all the stuff we got going on here, as far as what's available and everything, it's not going to compare to what you're getting right now with the new home builds. And I think it may continue for a bit. I actually thought it would end, because I know they were trying to grab market share, and they own like 50% of the market now, or over 50%. I think it may continue a little bit. There's the last time I checked, it's probably changed now. It's like 256, which is interesting. That's like a binary number. See, I'm such a nerd. 256 new builds going on right now in the local area. So I could do one a week, and I'd never finish, because a new one would come up. We'd probably have to run out of land before then, and hopefully the government or the Hughes Corporation is going to release some more land. And if you guys have any questions, call, text, email. Got a lot of videos I want to put out, but I was actually like sitting back for a minute, including some I have like just to send to the editor. I was waiting. This thing I'm in, they're going to do a 21-day like challenge thing. So I thought it was perfect for that. So I've been holding off on videos, and it was supposed to officially start today. But this morning, she's like, oh, we're going to start Monday now. But I think there's a reason, because I think her husband, I heard him in the background, like, meh, 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 meh. It's like, we still have to, something about the funeral home. And then, meh, 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 meh. No, they haven't picked the body up yet. So I think she's got other things on her mind. So now I got to wait till Monday to go and do what I was planning to do. I don't know. I could probably front load it over the weekend, because I need to get it to the editors, or else I'm going to have a little shortage of videos next week. Okay. If you need anything, call, text, email, get on my calendar. I'm here available for you. Hopefully my VA put the requisite stuff down there, and along with the guides and everything else, especially that new home site that I have for you guys, where you can go in there and search all the new homes. So I'm out for this week. Alpha Mike Foxtrot.